Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the Super Smash Bros. Podcast that nobody listens to, Super Cast Brothers. I'm Zantok, otherwise known as Lister. We've got our usual co-host around here. He's supposed to introduce himself, but
Jonathan,
yeah, there he is.
Jonno, John, Johnny Rocket,
Jane Noodles,
Joe.
Anaj.
Yeah, some J Noodles. Some people call me J Nods for some reason when it's actually with a two O, so it'd be nudes. Send J Nudes.
Oh
And
boy.
by the way, a sloth is part of a group of arboreal neotropicals and arthur mammals,
Anyways,
constituting the subfolivora.
we also have a guest. Unfortunately, I've had to deal with this person a lot in the past year. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Just the past year? Okay.
Well, in an enhanced amount, yes.
Enhanced. I would say it enriched, maybe. We'll go with
Ooh.
that.
Ooh.
Oof.
Like calcium or something special.
It definitely gave me nightmares of some sorts.
Vitamin D.
Robotic bears.
Okay. Robotic bears. Yes. Hello, I am Curbwalkers, also known as Zach, also known as Hozak. That's also a thing too. And I am a guest. I know Zantok through lots of gaming stuff over the past few years for sure, especially more so over the past couple of years more than anything. He's right. We have enriched each other's lives during the pandemic for that. He's not going to admit it, but I mean that's just I
Let's
guess
put it
that's
this
how
way:
life
he's
is
forced me to
sometimes.
play the Danganronpa series for YouTube. So
And then
I've been doing
the
that.
the trade-off is that you got me into Persona, so
Well, eventually we'll get to play more of those if Atlas ever puts them on fucking Steam.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. We're currently recording V3 right now, which will be uploaded in a year. Because of the way I have my schedule built,
Mhm.
uh, I like recording in bulk. It's a thing.
It is what it is.
Unfortunately.
So Zach's the one who introduced you to Danganronpa. Then
That
Well,
is correct.
yeah, yes and no. He's the one that got me to play it, but there's been several people I know, and you know them as well, who have played the games and have talked about them. So it's been on my radar for a while. Between
Right.
like Addles, Britt, I think Jeff and Dodds knew about it as well. But
They also, I also raved about it to them as well. I know I did.
yeah, Kelly Jelly as well. It was mainly Kelly Jelly and Addles, and then Zach, where my knowledge format was coming from. And then all of a sudden, I was talking to Zach about recording games. He's like, what you should do. It's like, I know what you're gonna say, and I like to record games after I play them. He's like, but you won't get any good reactions then because this is a fucking murder game with detective shit.
Same
It's like,
story, second time you play it. So
that's a good point. Because the Phoenix Wright one I did, no, I like Phoenix Wright, but it definitely lost something with me already knowing all the answers. I was like, God damn it, fine, I'll play a demo, and if I like the gameplay, we'll do it. Well,
Right.
3 games later.
Well,
At this point, I'm waiting for can we get a 4th one announced? Because imagine we do the 4th one, and where neither of us know what's going to happen, and we're actually both trying to figure it out together. That would be. That's what I'm hoping for.
oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The only spoiler that I would allow for that one is just being like, okay, what are the free time gifts? Who is gonna like what? Anything else I will refuse to look at, but that
Right.
I still want the correct answers for those.
And that's the only problem because sometimes we'll have to guide for things because I've gotten him to pick some funny answers that we needed to do for good stuff. So it's kind of like I help at least. So that's a safety net we won't have if we do it again. That'll be rough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in a way, it'll be more fun too.
Mm-hmm.
And more stressful because it'll be like, I think it's this, well, I think it's that. It's like, okay, but this is wrong. I'm gonna be fucking mad at you. And then it's wrong. Headmaster's photo.
Headmaster's photo.
Never gonna forget that.
I was so certain.
You were.
I was.
You were.
That was the wrong answer.
That it was a game over. In the final trial, the final decision of the final trial, the last bit before I just get to read dialogue and do nothing else the rest of the game.
I was so certain. I was so certain. I lost my ultimate assistant title.
Well, just think of all the new game omers you might be getting. You would be able to extend your series by a few episodes with the V4.
I mean, that's the funny thing about that, what you said there with V4. The first game is just 1, the second game is just 2, and then the third game is V3.
There you go.
I don't know why yet. Now, the anime has 3, because V3 is a different timeline, supposedly. I still don't fully believe it. Especially considering what happened in the last episode we recorded.
On our asses or something.
Fair enough.
But I don't know why it's called V3. I'm assuming there's gonna be some in-game twist, and that will explain it. Because why else would I don't know. It's weird. Why V? Why? Because it seems to me like version. But I don't. But that doesn't make sense to me in this kind of context as of yet.
Danganronpa Very 3.
I mean,
velocity. It's very fast.
If it was made by Square Enix, if Danganronpa was made by Square Enix, Very 3 would be believable.
Danganronpa 365 over 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Vivacious 3. There you go. Versace.
The Kingdom Hearts 2.8 chapter prologue. What the fuck? Bullshit.
A fragmentary passage.
God, Jesus Christ, Square. Nomura needs to not be... Okay, not only is our generation... We had this discussion before we started the show. First of all, our generation is not allowed to name things, because you get things like Bodie McBoatface, and Northwest, and Kalu. But also, Tetsuya Nomura is not allowed to name things anymore. Dude, stop it. Stop.
Or design clothes.
Or design outfit. You know, he's a character designer, and he needs to stop.
Oh my god, so...
Yeah. Everything has zippers.
That reminds me, I don't remember where it was, but it was somewhere in the south area of the United States, and they were having a competition for naming a snow plow. And
is it Plowy McPlowface?
No.
Is it...
No, that's my cousin.
Is it Getting Plowed at Night?
I've seen that film. What? No. They named it Abolish Ice.
Oh.
As a snowplow.
That's a lot more clever than I thought it was going to be. But also...
ice at first. I was like,
Abolish.
What? Oh gosh.
As a snowplow. I don't know if it won, but it was one of the top contenders. I remember when I saw that.
Oh boy.
I'm surprised that carried a lot of traction in the South.
Honestly, fair.
I mean, there's political.
Okay, I went off topic. Hello, gentlemen, all in yellow shirts.
Oh,
what are we doing today?
Don't worry. This is an on-topic episode. That'll be next episode is an on-topic. Today is a Smasher Dash, the episode where we take two characters, we debate them, and we decide who we get in Smash and whose hopes do we dash. Yes, I am still proud of that tagline, and is the reason why these episodes are named such, because I think I'm clever.
Aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anywho, today...
a lot more than you were in the 5th season.
This is the 2nd season.
You just kept talking about Varys all the time.
Varys.
Wait, what? You're in the right timeline, right? This is the 5th season.
Well, see, first of all, I'm hung up on Varys, because, there's a character named Varys, I can't remember who they are, what they're from. The closest I'm thinking it was Varric from Avatar, and I know that's not right, but who the fuck is Varys?
That sounds familiar.
He's,
Varys character. Yep. The second you said it, I searched.
Will somebody say it?
Varys from Game of Thrones. That is what I've heard.
Oh! Yeah,
he looks like Zordon, but
I was thinking Varus. I liked Varys. He was fun. Until the writing went to shit on, and then everyone went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they lost their Star Wars movie because they tried to rush through this show. Eat shit.
Oh, that's the best part of all of it.
Oh boy.
That's the best part of all of it.
Yeah. Never not better. What was I saying? It's a Smash Dash. Just like last year, our penultimate Smash Dash episode, because next episode starts our 3-episode finale that we do. We're doing things a little bit wacky.
Buddy.
Last year we had F-Type from Stunt Race FX versus the Savvy Stylist from Style Savvy. And that was all kinds of unexpected, I would say. We also had a pairing of four-party characters, Goku versus Spider-Man. This time around, we're going to be going with the Fall Guy from Fall Guys. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Crewmate from Among Us. As for our second matchup, well, we'll get there later. But for now, we got these two jelly bean-looking individuals. Both of them, you know, their games blew up in 2020. Among Us had actually been around for a while before it got popular. But then it just fucking exploded once people realized it existed. Fall Guys, I don't know if it's still as popular as it was when it released. Apparently they're in Season 4 now, and I stopped playing like when Season 2 started, so been a bit for me. But I mean, it was fun while I played it. Then it was also extremely frustrating because, like, all right, I lost in the first one. Let me just back. Why can't I back out? Sometimes it wouldn't let me leave the game, and I had to wait and watch everybody else finish, and it was very annoying.
Death is not an escape.
No, you all return to the campfire.
All the Fall Guys return to the campfire.
I mean, the funny thing is that last season, for our final Smashtopia characters that we worked on, I created the Trapper as a Smash character. So, the Dead by Daylight jokes have already been here.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
Can we have, like, Dwight be it, and then instead of, like, the bubble for him protecting, he gets in a little locker? No? Okay,
There
never
you
mind.
go. There you go.
See, the hard thing with the Survivor in DPD is, like, okay, they only have, like, how do you make their perks work? Trapper I had difficulties with, but because at least he has his own unique powers. But there's a reason I work with a killer, not a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
But
if it's going to be a survivor, I think it's probably going to be like Russell Hance or something.
Ah.
No.
No.
Veto that.
It's like his alternate costumes can all be different fedoras.
Okay, but one of them is the fedora on fire.
There you go.
And he's just running around on fire the whole time. Can that be it?
Yes.
Sandra throwing his hat in the fire is a top 10 moment.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Probst and how all his top 10 moments reveal or involve hidden idols.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's immediately striking to me about both these characters is
they both look like jelly beans.
Yeah, they're both from these major breakout indie titles from developers that were not known at all prior.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like practically the same character.
I mean,
it's like
I don't
one
think
is a Newgrounds version of itself, and the other is a like Pixar version of itself.
I don't remember if it was revealed yet or if it was just in a leak, but there was a leak I saw a while back of an Among Us skin for the Fall Guys characters.
I heard about that too.
And there was both a couple colors for Crewmate and a couple colors for the Imposter as well.
Right.
Which was a really cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce Among Us? It's Among Us?
Yes, it's Among Us.
Oh, the Pokemon Among Us.
Yeah, I thought it was the Mogus.
I beat you to it.
It's actually a MOBA, you know, like League of Legends.
Amiibo.
Yeah.
Somebody amigo.
Can't even find that amiibo.
Wait a minute. You know how the Fall Guy? Well, I guess this is Fall Guy. But actually, they both kind of have, like, you know, their limbs are a bit weird. They're virtually stretchy in some aspects. Amingo from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The Living Cactus Man.
Can we talk about that? That would be great.
You know, I'm not opposed to Amingo being in a Smash Attack at some point. He's a lot of
somewhere down the line. Amingo versus Elf Bowling Elf or something.
Something along those lines, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, also these two games have another thing in common that I've besides like your Among Us and Fall Guys, where they're all these big team effort games. One way or another, you're playing with multiple people, blah blah blah, accomplishing miniature tasks to a larger goal. Also, I haven't played either of them because I hate fun.
You do hate fun. This is confirmed.
Hey, how do I mute? this person.
You
Hold
know,
on,
I
need
was
to find
trying that
this.
in the audio testing when he was doing his butter spiel, and it didn't work. I was like, balls. I was not happy when it didn't work.
Well,
So if I may add something
butter
as
is-
well, actually,
Go for it.
in terms of them being similar, because I was perusing the wikis of pages and stuff,
As
and
you do.
yes, and one big thing that contributed to the blow up with both of them is because of their, like, it is kind of teamwork together, but not always specifically working together because some people are imposters or whatever. But there's that party style of like getting just a group of people together. Having that be, because even as unknown they catered so well to everyone around the beginning of the pandemic, which is like why as games they really fit as well as they did.
Oh yeah.
I think that was a big thing. I had never heard of them, or I never played them before then too. So I think that's definitely something worth calling out as well, for that, not just that they exploded, but like the circumstance of how they exploded onto the scene as well.
Plus,
because if you think about it, there's different ones that always have that. I mean, there was a big surge of a certain fairly similar, like, not the same premise, different rule sets of a little game called Town of Salem as well.
Oh yeah.
And that was absolutely something that relates more to the Among Us side. So it's like it comes in waves.
Town of Salem, by the way, is working on another game. It's essentially a Town of Salem version of Among Us. Yeah, it's like, all right, this is a little obvious, guys, but it makes sense because it's the new popular thing. You got to adapt for it. I get it. It's like little obvious. Mm-hmm. But the thing about Among Us as well is that not only was there the pandemic to go for, but it was also one of those social betrayal deductive games. And people fucking love those. Mm-hmm. Again, Town of Salem. You have Werewolf, Mafia, even games like, or fuck, I forgot the Jackbox Party Pack has a couple games like this.
Yep.
Press the button. They have Devils. Well, not Devils in the Deals, but there's another one besides Press. It's I can't remember what it's called, but it's where it's like people are all in a room together. They're giving tasks. Faking it. Thank you. That's the one. Personally, I prefer that one over. I mean, I think they're both fine, but that one you really have to do with people in a room deal. You can't really do that online, unfortunately. But then even just board games like Betrayal at House on the Hill fills that same niche for people. They're all so good. People love that kind of shit because not only does it give people a chance to play together, but you also have somebody being a bastard and everybody else trying to figure out, okay, which one of you is the bastard?
Or if you're thinking if you're in the case of Lister, more bastard than usual.
I mean, I'm just always a bastard, and sometimes I play a bastard in a game.
I know.
Buy one, Black. Get one free on bastards. Yeah.
Something
$16.95.
Something I want to bring up between these, well, mainly with the crewmate at first at this point, because both these characters, they don't necessarily do things in their games. I mean, the Fall Guy is just running down a course that's very much a, I forget the name of the show, Wipeout. It's very much a Wipeout kind of game.
Wipeout, Takeshi's Castle, that kind of thing.
Right. And you can give them moves that are going to be like one of the giant hammers whacks them and push them forward, or they jump through a door, a propeller knocks them to the side. I imagine all their moves are going to be related to the various obstacles that you find on the different kinds of maps and mini games that you're playing in the game. Crewmate, you have all the various tasks. They can be zapping wires, shooting meteors. I'm not really sure how that works as a move and smash, but there's working with the various tasks. There's a few different things you can do. Putting a crystal together. I'm not sure. Maybe they can like toss crystal pieces or some shit. But something else I wanted to discuss is I feel like Crewmate isn't just Crewmate for Smash. What if, following along the lines of characters like Bowser Jr. or Olimar, where half their costumes are different characters, half the costumes are Crewmate, half the costumes, while they look the same, other than just color change, the name changes to Imposter.
Yeah.
So it's dependent on the skin, you're saying?
Yeah, depending on the skin. I mean, Smash could do a thing where maybe they can just change the name, and you can have the either name for any of the colors, because it would be kind of disappointing if you want to play as Red, but you want to be Imposter, what is aside the Crewmate. And considering Sakurai's been doing some weird shit with the characters in Ultimate, I could kind of see him working on a mechanic where any of the colors, you just click on the name and it changes to Crewmate or Imposter. He could probably do that. It might be a bitch the program, but I'm fairly certain it could be done. And then you open it up to them not only be able to use like different task-based moves, like again the electrocuting people with wires, but also things that the imposter can do, like the knife stabbing, the gun, the needle tongue thing that just spikes out and stabs you through the fucking head. Play Among Us, John, or at least watch a video. Watch somebody play it so you at least get to understand some of this shit.
Exactly.
You and me.
Some of the kill animations are just like, what?
Yeah.
Exactly. There's the next snap, but the most basic of them.
Yeah. And I know they've added more, or at least they were wanting to add more with the new map. I'm not sure if they ended up getting more or not.
There's some added that are like mods, it seems too. So I'm like, I don't know which ones are real or not.
Yeah, that's a thing entirely in itself. I'm trying to see if there's a list. There is not a list. Oh wait, there's some images. Backstab, the neck snap, shooting him in the fucking back of the head, the tongue needle. Oh yeah, they have a giant fucking laser beam out of their eye. That's one.
Oh right.
It's a thing.
So yes. I wanted to interject because I thought of some things for the imposter stuff that would help. Because I was thinking about the tasks, and I was thinking, okay, how do these fit into their certain movements? Like how they would do things. And there was one that I kept specifically thinking of, and that is like the jump recovery, the typical.
Yeah.
I want to say B up. I think it's been a while since it's up B.
Special.
Yeah. And I was trying to think of something that worked off of it, and I don't remember which one it was. There was another Smash character that employed something differently, but I thought the imposter one imposter crewmate task that would work the best with it would be the trash chute, where like whatever it is, like the imposter would use the trash to like jump up, and then you could see the animation of like the trash like from the trash chute in the game, where like they would empty the trash and like see all the stuff go off of there. I thought that would be kind of a cool concept. I was trying to think, okay, what's something that involves like movement going up or down that would help with it? I mean, I can see it being a down B if it's like a way that it drops the trash onto someone to hurt someone, kind of like Samus's down B, typical down B with the bomb.
Or like Pikachu's Thunderbolt.
Exactly, yeah. So I was kind of thinking of that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like the trash chute, like, just the mobility of it, like something specifically up or down, fits really well with a B up or B down. I was thinking like of like the attacks or whatever. Yeah, the wires would make more sense for, because like the ones that are just like buttons or switches are really hard to like navigate into something else.
Yeah.
So I considered some of that stuff. Because I feel like their normal actions would have to be like a mix of both, because a lot of the ones that would be more standard attacks fit so much better under imposter rather than crewmate task. Like, I was thinking for a second, like, what is their forward B attack going to be? A card swipe of them going and hitting somebody? I'm like, I want to see someone swipe a credit card that viciously. That'd be fun. Vicious 3. Danganronpa a Vicious 3. But then I also had another idea, because you were talking about how the skins could be back and forth, like a certain one, it makes it an imposter or something.
Yeah.
I kind of had a cool idea that made me think of something, and it'd be that kind of cool thing where there's the whole point of it is like there's the mystery in Among Us if someone's a crewmate or an imposter. And I thought of a fun way that could be incorporated into the final Smash. Where, so like, if you think about it, it's a 1 in 5 chance normally. Like, in a normal lobby of Among Us, it's 2 imposters and 8 crewmates, so it's a 1 in 5 chance. So, like, depending on what you just randomly get assigned one and you don't know it until the Smash happens. And depending on which one it is, it could be a different value and show a different Smash attack. So 4 out of 5 times, it's this super cool thing that could show, like, a montage or, like, sticking wires out in buttons or whatever to be, like, it's like the name of the Smash would be all tasks completed or something from a crewmate side. But in the 1 in 5 chance that is you get the imposter value, that Super Smash becomes something a lot more violent with all the stabby and shooty and tongue stuff that would be a lot more epic. I think that is a cool way to incorporate the mystery of, are you crewmate, are you imposter part into Smash Brothers, even though you're battling someone else, and obviously people know, like, regardless, I'm going against you, you might as well be an imposter. That's kind of how it works in in Super Smash Brothers. So
I also have a Final Smash idea for the crewmate. It's called the emergency meeting. Yep. So I'm not sure. It would be a cinematic Final Smash. I'm not sure what the trigger would be to make sure it hits just the one character. It might just be like maybe the crewmate just does a basic punch forwards, and whoever is hit by is one that's pulled into it. It just shows like a whole bunch of different Among Us characters sitting around a table because they're trying to figure out who the fuck is the imposter because somebody hit the button to start the meeting. And then there's that one character that the crewmate hit. They're at the meeting as well. And you don't really hear them talking because it's Smash. It's just all going through very quickly. People are slamming buttons. They're just pointing fingers. A vote happens. Cut to black. And you see whoever that character was just like falling through space as text shows up saying, Mario was not the imposter.
Mm-hmm. I think it needs to be that it knocks them all the way up. Because it's all the visual of it. It could be the part where like they knock into the air, they have their screaming thing, and they hit the front of the screen situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that would, of the basics in Smash Brothers that I know, that one seems to fit that kind of thing. I was thinking like if the one in the far back where it's like, twink.
Maybe it's just like, them being like forced out an airlock so they're flying to the side.
Yes.
I think that would work. And like depending on like whatever character it is, it'd be like Ridley is not the imposter, Bowser is not the imposter, Joker is not the imposter, SpongeBob is not the imposter. You know, whoever the fuck it is.
SpongeBob. Yeah. I could see that.
Like that would probably be my personal pick for Final Smash if I was designing one. I have had light ideas for both these characters in the past, but I never like started putting anything together because I don't have the time to do as much as I wish I could, like I used to. There was a time where I could just like pump out characters week to week and just going nuts. Now it's like, all right, I got a few too many other projects I have to work on, dedicating my time to. But Fall Guy, as far as his moves are concerned, again, like I feel like having I forget what he's called, Big Yeetus. Big Yeetus has to be involved somewhere. It's the name of the giant hammer that sometimes will appear in a match, and you can just run up to it and it'll hit you. And
it's
maybe
not
it'll
the
skip
baby.
through half the match. You don't know.
I didn't. I just learned it was called Big Yeetus. That's
fun. They added it in like I feel like halfway through season 1. I feel like same time around they were adding in the anti-cheat measures or trying to add in anti-cheat measures. I'm not really sure about the rest of his moves though. Like I feel like he should have some kind of bump or something. Like maybe you can just like set a bumper on the stage, and anybody that bounces into it bounces off. It's like a nice defensive maneuver. Final Smash wise, it's got to be a cinematic of some sort, probably referencing one of the mini games. Maybe maybe it's like showing off one of the crown races for the very end, where they're climbing up the mountain, and just the other person just falls and doesn't get back up.
And it's all the fruit flying down during the King of the Hill one.
Fruit. Fuck the fruit one. I hate it.
Maybe it's just if it's a CGI Final Smash, it's just all these other Fall Guys stampeding over them or whatever, like a Yoshi stampede almost.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea too. Just show a whole bunch of Fall Guys, like it shows the start of a match. There's like 50 characters, 60 characters to start a match. I don't remember how many it is.
Yeah,
and it's just like 59 Fall Guys, the one Smash player. They all start running, but the Smash player gets trampled. And that's where all their damage comes from, is being trampled. Is all the other characters just start going forwards, and they just get knocked out of the game.
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
There you go.
That's common in Fall Guys, so it works.
That's true.
And then the slime just starts creeping up as they're trampled and just eliminates them from the match. There you go. I also love that something else that both these characters can easily have is for their costumes. Not only can they both have different colors, but they can also wear different costumes for each of their alts. The Among Us characters, they can have like the different hats and the costumes. One of them has got to have a little sticky note that says "dumb" on its head, because come on, you gotta have that. Fall Guys can have the one where they're dressed up as a hamburger, or a wizard, or a caveman,
or French fries,
or a werewolf,
or a werewolf.
That's me. That's
the
me.
werewolf is like the only one that you get for free too. So
no one's dressed like Butter. I caught that. No one's dressed like Butter, Jonathan.
Okay,
I guess I'll just have to leave it to myself.
Butter is not in the game as of this point, but they do have veggie dogs, which looks the same thing as the hot dog costume to me. Except like the bun is a different color, so I don't know why. I guess
there should definitely be butter.
There's a Nutcracker skin. Oh, that's really cool. The problem is like for our purposes, there's too many options that we would have a hell of a time narrowing it down, so we won't. Done.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but just knowing that the options are there,
Yeah.
is a plus for the character.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Theoretically, you could have more than 8 like you could have imagine if Smash adds these characters into the game. Not only could the crewmate change its name between crewmate and costume, but what if each character not only can change their color, but can give them different costumes, and then you can do a mix and match. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on. Either one of these would be great for that. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just have the dumb post-it note as its own transferable one? Because I now have the urge to play as a Kirby with a little post-it dumb on my face.
Oh god. What's the Kirby hat would be for these characters?
It might just change his entire body.
I actually like the dumb post-it note for Kirby's Kirby hat of the Among Us character. Because like they're all so variable with their outfits that it's hard to pick something. And like, can you imagine like the little glass thing that's covering Kirby's head? I mean, I guess maybe you can have that and the dumb post-it note just for like a little bit of fun.
I imagine him kind of looking like it'd be a hat that looks like a smaller head of it, like with the little eyes for the Fall Guys or the little visor. It would just be its own little hat, I would think.
It would either be that or the eye window.
I think a full face
visor
cover,
over
maybe.
it.
Yeah.
If it's the Fall Guy one, since you can make them top and bottom different, it's just a Kirby with pants.
Does Kirby, I think Kirby has. Does he have pants for one of his Kirby hats? I kind of feel like he might.
He's got to, like Link. Link has got to be one because he probably has the hat.
He just has the hat. He just has the hat.
The hat. Samus? Samus is a full outfit.
He has the helmet over his entire body.
Right. I can imagine that Fall Guys Kirby kind of just being that elastic suit and then his little faces.
Yeah, I'm imagining for like the Fall Guy, he has like a darker pink thing covering his body. Then he has like the little cutout for his face.
Right. I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's perfect for the Fall Guy.
Okay.
It's almost like a Kirby Teletubby.
Oh, I don't know if we needed that in the universe. Thank you.
We didn't.
I wish.
Thanks. I hate it.
For real. Yeah. You're.
I'm looking up the Kirby hats right now to see if there's anything where he's wearing pants.
Ooh, saucy Kirby.
This episode's already taking. Oh my god. I think I found what you're looking
for. Like the Monokuma line. I'm so excited, I'm just gonna walk around naked! Wait a second, I'm already naked!
I haven't found one like that, but there is a good example of a Kirby hat where it's not something that the character is actually wearing as they're fighting. Lucina, where he's wearing the Marth mask. Even though Lucina only puts that on very briefly for a taunt. So that actually is a good reason to have him just wear the dumb post-it note for Crewmate's Kirby hat.
That makes sense. One, that makes sense. Two, Jonno, why did you have to post that?
I
don't know
Kirby with pants.
I can't look at what he's posting because we are capturing the Discord screen. So
that's fair. He in our chat he posted a picture of it's a big thing of pants and then just this half of Kirby's head just popping out of the belt part.
Kirby wears pants.
It's like, yeah, Kirby with pants.
Kirby with
monstrous legs. That when you consider the proportions of this, that is like no.
It's,
so I have gone through all
it's
the
Kirby with Terry's body. Basically.
None of them wear.
There you
pants.
go. I'm showing it on my screen.
All right, that's not what I pictured, but I am amused.
Yes.
The closest thing that looks like it's where Kirby would be wearing a pants-like thing is really just like chic, where he's got her wraps on the bottom of his body as well. Otherwise, there's nothing where Kirby wears pants.
Right. Right.
He has Snake's full beard. Choice.
I like that.
Just imagine he would have your full beard. Beautiful.
My Kirby's gonna have my bleached hair. That'll be a great thing. I want that now. And a Hufflepuff shirt. Kirby in a Hufflepuff shirt.
Kirby would be a Hufflepuff. Oh, actually...
I think that's its own episode where we break down every single character and what house they'd be in. Maybe we just save that.
Honestly,
throw that out.
I'm going to write that idea down because that's actually super good. Give me a moment.
And we're all going to be like, my main? Yeah, that's my house.
That has been officially written down on the list of ideas. We might be revisiting season 3 after this episode and slotting that in somewhere.
There we go. I'll be back for that.
I had Lister's beard.
I just invited myself. Sorry, Jonno?
Oh, nothing too important.
I'll
just leave it to the viewers to decide.
You're not important at all. Anyways, so Crewmate and a Fall Guy.
Rural mostly.
Are we winding down on this? Or?
I don't know. Are we?
The Fall Guy?
If you have more to say it.
I do, but I feel like mine's more of like a where my vote goes situation.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that yet.
Yeah,
don't do that yet.
Like I'm thinking of stuff, but like I keep going back to the same thing that I'll bring up when we get there. I'm trying to think of more.
Gotcha.
I just got so absorbed in like, what would Kirby look like eating these things? That's a weird sentence.
I mean, the same as he always does.
I know.
He just opens his mouth and goes, and they suck in. And then he eats them. And
just how Kirby goes,
He has the dumb note, and the other one, he just has the whole faceplate. There you go.
Right.
The hard thing with both these characters is that their moves is kind of just like just pick from all this weird shit that that isn't like actual attacks. So you're just picking from things they do and turning them into attacks. Like again, the wires is the easiest translate out of non-imposter killing techniques. But like I was even looking at a list of the tasks, and I was having a hard time picking out ideas. So I'm like, okay, which one of these could be turned into attacks? I don't know. Like I think the one where they're like trying to get the leaves to go through the shoe. Like maybe he could just like hold a vacuum and shoot leaves out of it, or like a not like the opposite of a like a leaf blower type attack, I guess maybe. But I don't know. A lot of these are kind of difficult. Like he could use the gas cans that he fills up, just like leave a trail of gas. I guess maybe.
I just thought of something for the Crewmate imposter.
Yeah.
How do we? Because like I just thought of it like if there's anything to incorporate with some sort of attack would be this. How do we incorporate venting?
Oh, right. I had two ideas for vents. One is an up special, one is a down special. Up special, this person's vent and then just shoots up out of it. The only problem with that one is that like, okay, what if you use this in the air? How does that look? Because that looks weird. The other one would be down special, which is very much identical to Greninja's down, or actually I think it's Greninja's side special. But I guess it could be side or down, I guess, really. Where they get an event and then use the control stick, put it left to right, and then whenever you stop, a new event appears at that spot, and the crewmate pops out. I think that's the perfect way to involve the vents.
I think that one makes more sense, yeah.
And like vents, I feel like it's one of those things that you have to include into the moveset. Anything else, like, who knows? Like, a lot of things can be turned into smash attacks or aerial attacks. Like, maybe the wires isn't one of their specials, it's just like their side smash or their up smash. That would work easily with it. But vent has to be a special.
Vent has to be a special. I was kind of thinking of it a little bit, and I was thinking of different mechanics. This is a bit of a weird one. I was thinking of like the wires being connected to the grapples, the grabs, because I was just trying to think of it, and like the whole act of one side to the other, it made me think of like what else is something like that? Oh, when they throw. But like, how would you incorporate? I have this like weird visual of like there being an overlay of like when they throw the wires there, and whichever the wire would have connected, you throw them or something. But then sometimes you grab them and you throw them the other direction. Like, okay, that one doesn't the same direction you're facing.
It definitely makes sense as a tether grab. Like, some characters have like just that one melee grab, but then there's others like Zero Suit Samus that shoots out their whip, so they have more range on it. So they could absolutely use electrical wires like as a whip type grab, and then they get pulled in, and then you just choose how you're throwing them.
Exactly.
Like one of the throws could be them whipping them back out with the wires, and then one of the throws could be smacking them with a fucking fuel can. Who knows?
I think the only downside of that one is more so it's kind of like I think with Samus that's actually part of her normal things that she would do.
Yeah.
But like I mean it's not exactly it's
sometimes with Smash you got to get creative. Ness, only PK Flash is a move that he uses in Earthbound. Zelda, she doesn't use any of those moves in her games. Is Ganondorf known for punching things? No.
That's a good point.
Only in his spare time, it's off screen.
Off screen, fair enough.
But like Smash traditionally, as of Smash 4, really has tried to do a lot better with making characters represent what their games are, especially the third-party characters. That said, there's sometimes with Minecraft being a great example of this. You do things in Smash for Steve that doesn't really make sense for fighting, or that doesn't like fit perfectly to how things work in Minecraft. So I don't think it's really going to be much of a problem with the Among Us characters either. At least I don't think it is.
Right, right. Well, Steve was such a technical wonder too that if you can accomplish that, yeah. Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
And then with the Fall Guy, like it's kind of a similar thing because they're not all the Fall Guy does is they run and jump. So, and they get, I guess they climb a wall if you can get onto the ledge with them. But other than that, they're just going through the course, interacting with it. So all their moves pretty much have to be references to the courses. Like you could have them where they're throwing fruit from the fucking evil fruit stage that I hate so goddamn much. Sitting down a bumper to be a guard against places. They could swing on a pendulum for a side special move that will both hit people and also give them some real good recovery horizontally.
Those hoop things too.
Yeah, the hoops would also be good for that. The hammer could knock them high up into the air. There's just a lot of things that they would have to just borrow from courses, and I don't think that's really a problem.
It's definitely an interesting part of it. Like I was thinking, like the side smash sort of thing too, like the whirligig, the one that goes sideways, or that be a good like down B one.
Yeah.
Because of like the motion of it's low to the ground and would like be a sweep situation. Like that would make sense there too.
Similarly, one of the original levels was called Seesaw, which doesn't really like your traditional seesaw with where one kid sits on while the other one does the thing. But you could do it where it's an up special where they're on like a seesaw platform and then something falls. Maybe it's another Fall Guys character falls on it and just sends the character flying up into the air.
Yeah. You do have to get unconventional with both of these characters, but that's part of the fun of it.
It is.
It's part of the fun of it.
I mean, we had to get unconventional with Dr. Mario recently.
Okay.
And that was a great episode.
That was a great moveset.
I'm actually just mad that it's not real now. So
you should be mad it's not real because it's better than what we actually have. Same with our Toon Link.
Same with Byleth on our wiki. So
we'll get there.
Kelly.
We'll get there. Oh, Kelly's version of it. Yeah.
I'm reading here from other fan ideas too, since I don't know either of these games fairly well, though they're fairly rudimentary to grasp. They said, what if a Fall Guy can jinx an opponent as well?
That's one of the mini games.
Purple Cloud as a counter move.
I do not know what you're referring to.
I do. There is. It is one of the mini games in a team format. The whole point of it is it's essentially COVID in Fall Guys. I remember because what happens is it's a 2-team thing, and on each team, each one starts with one person that's jinxed, and they're surrounded by a purple cloud. The point of the game is that your team everyone else in the other team needs to get jinxed, meaning they like spread it and like they try to get everyone. Meanwhile, you're not trying to get the jinx on your side, so it's like a contagion kind of situation.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I know that's one of their mini games.
Jonno, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like an extra skill.
What skill?
Yeah. There you go.
When we create our characters here on our podcast, when we do our Smashtopia episodes, we cover things like their taunts, their victory poses, Kirby hat entrance, 4 special moves, final smash, costumes, home stage. We also have what we call the extra skill, which is essentially just like a 5th special move, because we'd like to add just a little bit of extra to make our work stand out more compared to everything else online. Sometimes it's in the form of a whole completely different attack. Sometimes it's like a stat boost, or it can be some weird thing. The inspiration for it came from Injustice, the DC fighting game, where there's just like this one extra button where each character would do something else. Doomsday would get super armor. Nightwing would switch between 2 different weapons for what he's going to be attacking with. Batman summons 3 batarangs that he can then throw out for ranged attacks. We just have this as like an extra type of attack. And then Smash started doing them, and it's like, oh shit, now we actually have this kind of sort of real, because that's how the Splatoon or Inkling can refill their ink, because they have Shield Special that they do that for. Terry has 2 side specials. Steve has his fucking crafting table that he can summon.
Yeah.
So it's like it's becoming half canon. It's like, oh shit, loving this.
Mm-hmm.
So when we make characters, we come up with that as well. And this whole Jinx thing feels like it would be in that banner for us and how we handle things.
Yeah.
Which is a very interesting idea.
It's an interesting one.
Yes.
So I'm trying to rethink some of them again because like some of the one thing that, and this is one thing that I kept kind of getting stuck on. So much of the Fall Guys stuff, I almost think more of like the games themselves, and I was thinking more of the atmosphere for it. But remembering him, like Jonathan bringing up the Jonathan or John, I don't know.
John,
either which way.
I don't know. Bringing up the Jinx part makes me remember it's not just about the crazy attachments on each of the different maps. So I'm trying to think of other stuff like that.
Well, we also have on the wiki, and it was covered in a previous episode, a Fall Guys stage was created, which transforms between 5 different layouts depending on some of the different minigames from the first season.
Right.
Like I know it had in Hoopsie Daisy and Fall Mountain. I don't remember offhand what else. I think Egg Scramble was in there and Seesaw, but beyond that, I don't remember the rest.
I could see that. I think so many of them, like Seesaw would be great for like some of the higher platforms that are ones that would like tip or stuff like that.
Yep.
Something that incorporates the slime race or whatever it's called. It has the same kind of feel as like the original Samus map with the lava and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's the same. It's kind of a reskin, but it makes sense in a way that it would work. But like, I think the way that you brought it up, like if it's switching between different stages and not just the one, it feels like it has a different variety because it's not Fall Guys every single time kind of thing.
Right.
Like sometimes
you could make some mini games and just make them be a whole stage of their own. But I know when I was making that stage, I wanted to like incorporate as much as I kind of could in one, and so I just called it like Fall Guys. That's the stage name.
Right.
Right.
I could see that.
For an Among Us stage, I'm guessing they would probably go with the Skeld because it's like the main map. But I don't know what that would look like with platforms and such. That was a hard one to come up with. It's like on the spot. It can be done. I just don't know offhand what it would look like.
Right. Because like it's putting it all on like the same plane because it feels like it is when you're playing Among Us. So it's kind of like, what if they like took that and then just turned it up? But then that's weird because it's like, okay, so the main room's above things instead of next to it. It's like, I don't know. I could see.
I mean, that's why there's some stages where like they have the stage that's named off of in the background, and then you're just fighting on platforms that are like inspired by that map. That's what Northern Crater is for Final Fantasy VII. Midgar, same deal with that. A lot of stages are actually kind of like that. Like I don't see it as being like a grounded stage, just because like the way the map is laid out, I don't think it would work. It would just be like, okay, you're kind of seeing characters running around in the background in the skeleton, or you could even do like Polis, because that would probably be easier to deal with as well. But I'm imagining Skell just because like it's the main map.
Yeah, it has to be that. It really does. Like if it wasn't that, it would be probably the moon base one in some capacity.
Yeah, Polis.
That'd be. Ooh, I just realized if it's a map thing, it's got to be something that could incorporate certain parts of it locking itself up because of like how the doors lock. That would have. I think that'd be cool with the map like that would have to do it. Right? I'm right. Let's just agree that Curbs is right.
I'm having 2 ideas now. Like there's the basic one where it's just like in the background and you're just fighting a platform space off of it, or the Great Cave Offensive, which is very much mostly an enclosed map, and there's like danger areas where if you touch the glowy bits at 100% damage, you just die. That would actually work very well for an Among Us map. Do the scale, do make it be like up and down, and you can make conversions with that. Have danger areas where if you touch them, you die. And various parts of it will like close off every now and then because the doors are being locked, and you have to attack them, do enough damage to open the door back up. That's actually, that's a very workable idea. It will be a pain in the ass to design, but I think it could be done.
And almost a pain in the ass to play on, but
I mean, Great Cave Offensive is a pain in the ass to play on, but sometimes sometimes you create a stage like this is the best idea to work for this area turning into a stage, even though you
Mm-hmm.
know in your head that like I would hate being on this piece of shit, but it makes sense and it works, and here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So maybe a slight different change or something, because I was thinking of something, and this is one thing that I think now, just thinking of it, that might kind of lean a little bit more to the Among Us side, is that I was trying to think of other mechanics in there, and I was thinking of stuff for like assists and assist trophy kind of situations.
Okay.
And I think the Among Us definitely has a lot more for that. Just because it's like for Fall Guys, it's all Fall Guys, and it's all them and stuff. It's not like there's extra entities. I was thinking of the assists, like Big Edis, the hammer. Okay. Well, because I was thinking of all the like possible different pets. Like I imagine the little green blob with a little eyeball being like, what is he gonna do? He might be a thing. The little robot that follows along and stuff like that.
Or
the
mini
imposters.
Crewmate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, not sure what they would do, but yeah, that's an interesting idea.
I was kind of thinking of that, like other. I'm trying to think of like other different mechanics or aspects that would be for other characters. Like maybe this, and this is a lot amusing for someone that hasn't played Super Smash in years, and it's just because they don't have the console for it. I usually just mooch off of other people's.
So there's the bed crab, which is essentially a head crab from Half-Life.
Oh my god!
That they could make into a assist trophy for Among Us.
Oh boy!
The brain slug could be the same kind of similar thing. The UFO, the mini crewmate, I think would be a really good one. Wow, they have not added any new pets. Holy shit. Dear God, game. Please add new... Dear Among Us developers, stop adding new hats, add new pets, and add new costumes. Okay? I would like to have more than 8 fucking costumes, thanks.
Oh boy.
Because my guy wears the ninja mask and then the janitor costume because there's nothing else that really fits. It's like, what the fuck else am I going to do? Please give me more options.
I'm just running around with a cherry on my head whenever I play Among Us.
You should be wearing the dumb sticking out.
Nope, cherry.
Oh. Dumb.
Reminder, when we were still keeping track of stuff, who had the best imposter record?
I didn't keep track of things.
I did. It was me.
Okay, well, I also kept track of Dead by Daylight records for a while, and who had the worst records? Oh, yeah, you.
I think you haven't kept track in a while, and it's been a lot better lately.
No, because I quit, because it got annoying, and I was missing a lot of matches because I kept forgetting to update it. And then you had the problem was like, okay, well, friendly killers, AFK killers, scumbag killers, full man party, 2 people, is too many variables.
Also, we learned when I was playing on my old laptop, there was enough significant like lag and delay with stuff that I had to condition myself to try to do the skill checks a different way, because I would hit it and it would still keep moving. So it's like, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm a lot better now, so I am red rank. Maybe I'm just boosted.
Wow.
Well,
when we were keeping track of how many times Azerta was mentioned on this podcast, who had the highest count?
You? With all of them?
It was me. It was me, and then Azerta's in the game.
And then I made a stage where you're fighting on Azerta's back, called the Cloud C, and then they add into the game Cloud C of fucking whatever the fuck the world's name is. And I'm just like, you motherfuckers. God damn it. They stole my idea.
It's your stage.
It's my stage. They
almost
just flipped
to it. Almost.
Because I have mine where he's facing towards the right, but the official version has him facing towards the left. It's like, you motherfuckers. Oh my gosh. God damn it.
Sakurai is reading our wiki and being like, that's a good idea.
That's the only good idea.
Uh-huh. There you go. And he's like, wow, this Inkling is horrible compared to mine.
I mean, that is accurate. His Inkling was way better. I can admit that.
It's like, Diver, huh? Let's add that.
Please don't.
Anyway.
So, at this point, do either of you have anything more to say about the crewmate / imposter or the fall guy?
I think I'm okay. I feel like we've hit a lot of different things. I think my vote's decided which way I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jonno, how about you?
I feel contented as well, but I would like to point out, if we're going off of developer names alone, Among Us's developer is Inner Sloth.
Yes.
Which feels like a point to me.
And wasn't Fall Guys made by Devolver Digital? or at least was published by them. I think it was one of the two.
Devolver.
It was developed by somebody else, but published by Devolver.
Developed by Mediatonic and published by Devolver Digital.
There it is.
Oh.
And that's a company that's kind of like broken out in recent years. They've kind of gotten known for doing weird shit at E3. Like
they're becoming a
They're a thing.
Mm-hmm. It's a larger company these days.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we're all ready for the vote, let's go ahead and see. How about Jonno? You start. Sure. Smash or dash? Who's your pick?
This became more of an interesting discussion than I thought it was going to be. I think a lot of that has to do with Zach being on board, so thank you for putting up with us today.
I feel like I'm the one putting up with the cloth, but you know.
I'm just happy to be involved.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
you see somebody with a knife instead of running away, you think, hug.
New friend. On.
It's interesting. Fall Guys, I think, has more random potential. You really have to pull liberally from the various mini games that you're thrown into, various stages to make it work, because the characters themselves are very rudimentary. They run and jump, boom. Which given, and they're like Baymax and skin tight skivvies.
They're jelly beans with arms and legs.
Yeah, there you go.
Running around like this.
Yeah, and they walk very similar to the way that I do. So I support them in that way. So it's interesting, and I like the concept of characters that are very random like that, even though I don't end up gravitating towards them very often, like a Mr. Game & Watch situation, or Steve, dear Lord. Then with Among Us, I feel like that's the game that's become larger in recent years, even with the Devolver pedigree of Fall Guys. Not that has anything to do with it, but going into this is like, it might be Fall Guy because it seems like it's a little bit more of a involved game with the variety of things it can do. But Among Us, it's kind of a darker title, so you're dealing with interesting bits in those aspects.
Something to speak to as well with Among Us, its popularity is that the developers were originally putting into work to making an Among Us 2, which would have a lot of fixes, because the coding for the first game, they even said, like, was not great. There was a lot of issues with it, but they were planning on making an Among Us 2 that would fix a lot of problems and add a whole bunch of new content. But then when the game exploded and people just started getting it probably just went through the fucking roof, the developers were like, okay, it's going to be more work, but instead of doing Among Us 2 and charging you guys more money, we're just going to put more work into Among Us, fix the problems in the base game, which is going to be hell for the coding, and add all the new content here. Which is very surprising and honestly a great move by them. Most companies just be like, yeah, we'll make Among Us 2, and then we'll charge you more money. But they're just like, nah, we're actually going to fix our shit and make the original version better, so you guys don't pay for the same game twice. And I think that was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And even now I'm kind of going back and forth between which character I would choose, because I think that it might be more fun to play as a Fall Guy, in my opinion. But Among Us is bringing a whole swath of content options as well, as was pointed out. And it would be kind of funny to see a character that looks as the crewmate or imposter does. Yeah. Or committing such heinous acts upon characters. So my lean is with Among Us.
Now, is that your lean or is that your vote?
That is my vote.
Okay. All right. In that case, let's see, who should go next?
I don't know. Who falls like alphanumerically ahead of the other?
Well,
Zach and Zantok. Wait.
That kind of depends. Actually, it doesn't depend, because either way, you beat me, unless it's my real name versus your No,
yeah. Real name, you beat me. Stage name.
That's technically it's a stage name, I guess. And
that's more appropriate for Hozak, but yeah. Okay.
What phases have you been on with that name?
It's funny.
That's a different story.
It brought up to me a slight tangent here. Like, he introduced himself with Hozak, and I've told him before, it's like, dude, the reason we read the Hozak jokes is because you introduced yourself as Hozak. None of us are introducing him as a Hozak. He fucking does it. It's him that does it every time, and it's like, this is why the joke will never go away, because you call yourself that. It's not us.
It is something that's stuck from a different podcast community from years ago. I want to say 2017, I think. So yeah.
Wow.
But
Excellent.
I think I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go next just because Zantok is running everything, so it kind of makes sense if anyone has the final say, it should be him probably. What?
No, go for it.
Okay.
Well, we lost him. Oh, there he's back. Okay. Whoo!
What happened?
He left for a second there. Just go ahead and make your vote.
Was it me?
No, it was him. It was him. Jonno just appeared on us.
Okay. So I was definitely going between, and going into it, I kind of had a little bit of a bias or in my head going one way, and talking it over more, I do kind of still think the same way. I think with Fall Guys, a lot of it is stuff that the jelly bean guys are just little jelly beans, and a lot of the stuff that we're incorporating for them are specifically on the games, and some of them with I think there was a really great point made when Jonno brought up the Jinxes one, so I considered that, and I was thinking about that, but so much of it is about the environments that we're putting these little jelly guys in, and I was kind of thinking, if it's about stages and the environment for it, I think Fall Guys wins hands down. It's just more built for that. I think in terms of versatility and the abilities that we can have them in a way that actually is more with the character, I think Among Us fits better. Some of the stuff with Fall Guys stuff, it's we're incorporating more of the environments itself, which I think would make more sense in a stage. I see it mattering still and doing a lot of stuff with it still that would make sense, and I could see it. I am definitely leaning more towards, and my vote being towards Among Us.
Okay, well, 2 out of 3 votes are in for the Crewmate. So either way, Crewmate wins this Smash or Dash. However, I still have my own bit to say.
You run the podcast, so.
I mean, we run the podcast. It's not like one person runs it over the other. Now, scheduling wise, bitch, it's mine. But as for these two characters, I think both of them could be really fun to have in the Smash. Neither of them are your typical fighter, which some people will argue, they're not a fighter. Villager and Steve, fuck off. We Fit Trainer. There's so many characters we could name for that argument. I don't know why you'll still bring it up, but anybody that says that kind of shit can eat shit. I don't give a fuck.
They might.
But I like the fact that both these characters, neither of them are your typical fighter. They're both going to be borrowing from different elements that are just kind of to be, turned into an attack, which is the same kind of thing for, Phoenix Wright, who is a character that I would really love to see. And he's not a fighter either, but he can still be done, and so can they. And I also think that both these characters, especially the Fall Guy, is a great example of something I like to say where just about any character can be turned into a fighter in Smash. And there's some things that are a little bit more difficult. Wrinkly Kong. I don't know what the fuck I would do with Wrinkly Kong. But either of these two characters can absolutely be done. They would both bring a unique map, unique elements to them. Just the sheer possibility that we could get this crazy customization gimmick for either of them where you can change both their color and costume, I think would be amazing. I doubt we'd get it, but it'd be amazing.
True.
As far as which one to add in, here's the funny thing about the games for both these characters. I got bored with the games fairly quickly for both of them. It's they weren't my kind of thing. It's okay, sure, Fall Guys is a fun idea. You get the whole wipeout thing, but when you lose and you're just waiting, it's that's very boring. Or losing the first match repeatedly, or just learning the new map, or you're playing with a friend and they survived the first one, you didn't. Now you're just sitting there watching them. Then they make it to the end, and you've been sitting here for 10, 15 minutes bored. And then Among Us, it's okay, yeah, the social thing, it's fun. But then after a while, it's like, okay, so the same thing is just happening every time. It's like, we need new elements for it. And I just stopped playing it for a long while. Cause it's like, every match was the same, it felt like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, but as far as like either of these characters being in Smash, I think they could be fun. Which one of them would I pick? I think there's one character that's just going to have like a little bit more uniqueness to them, a little bit more excitement when you're playing as them, and just be like, I think there'd be more jokes with them as well. Especially if you could change their name between Crewmate and Imposter. So it's gotta be the Crewmate. Like, come the fuck on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lock it in. Crewmate.
There you go.
Welcome to Smash. Fall Guy, you've been dashed.
3 for 3.
Sorry, but nobody.
That being said, check out the Fall Guy stage on Smashtopia Wiki by Lister.
Yeah, it's a little bit wild.
Fall Guy, you have been evicted from the Smash Brothers house.
All right, so that brings us to our second matchup. Last year, it was Goku versus Spider-Man, a manga character versus a American comics character. Most people would probably think, why not do Goku versus Superman? Because everyone does Goku versus Superman. Fuck you. Well,
Fair enough.
It's different. And Spider-Man is a better character than Superman, so get over it.
There you go.
This year, we are once again doing two characters that do not originate in video games, but unlike characters that originated in comics, this time these are characters that originated as fast food mascots? Welcome, Ronald McDonald versus the Burger King.
Let me tell you, when we had the onset of developing this podcast, I never thought that we would get to this point. This might be the first surefire sign. Yeah.
We pretty much decided that every penultimate Smash Ass, for as long as we continue with this shit, the first matchup is going to be something wacky with two characters that you would just not ever say would be in Smash, like Fall Guy and Crewmate. And then a pair of characters that are just like, they're not video game characters, but fuck it, we're doing it. You should, next year's going to be funny. Next year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So, we got these two burger mascots. It's McDonald's versus Burger King. Neither one of them are fighters at all. I don't know where to begin with them, except that I'll just say, one of Ronald McDonald's moves needs to be the McDouble Punch. We have the McDouble Punch, and then
the McDouble Punch right to the McRib.
Yes, and for the Burger King, it's the Whopper combo. Either way, it's still the burger punching attack. Like, I don't care what else is there. Which character wins, they have this attack. And maybe it's a standard jab combo. I don't give a fuck, but it exists.
Burger King needs one that's the chicken fries. That's something that they have. The
only other rule is that Ronald cannot have an ice cream attack because the ice cream machine is always broken.
It's him throwing the actual ice cream machine. F this!
Or his final smash is somebody walks up to the counter, orders an ice cream. Ronald just turns to look at the machine and it says like it's out of order, and they just walk out sad.
They keep walking until they fall off the stage and then have to try to recover to get back up.
Womp.
There you go. There you go. Automatic KO.
I'm looking at the wikis and I'm learning different things for both of them, and it's very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Ronald had some old cartoon movies for a few years that they would give away.
Oh god.
So did Burger King. There was a small Anime King character in the late 60s to early 70s, and his name was not Burger King, it was Kurger Bing.
Thanks, I hate it.
I'm not joking, that's what it says.
I hate it.
Wow.
Is someone that knows us like messing with us and just messing with the wiki page just to put that in there? That's pretty funny.
Possibly, but I didn't tell anybody besides Way Off Trail.
I knew it.
Son of a.
That wouldn't be that surprising, would it? Yeah, he's like, for one of his taunts, Ronald McDonald has two lovely courtesans.
There's absolutely gonna be like a. That is watch our Ezio Auditore episode for that joke.
According to this wiki, it says Burger King was also implicated as part of Watergate.
I believe. What wiki are you looking? First of all, I couldn't find a Burger King wiki. Okay,
that one was a joke. That one was a joke.
Are you sure?
Yes, I just said heck of it.
I don't believe
There's some
you.
interesting ones in here too, and I'm considering some stuff. So it's definitely
Where
very
was
funny.
the Burger King on January 6th?
Oh.
Anyway,
I'm not a crook. Mm-hmm.
Well, we can just base this off of bundles and meals too. So McDonald's
I feel
currently
like they
has a
definitely have a
Friday
tax based off of their foods.
Mhm.
So
Right.
Yeah. Get free medium fries every Friday, exclusively via mobile order with any $1 per. Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy knows what he's doing for din din tonight.
So
Okay,
they hold up their hand and like a storm of French fries just comes flying out.
There you go.
Dude,
There you go.
would Pepsi Man be involved somehow with either of them?
Honestly, I'm reading some of these. There's some interesting overlap with other characters that aren't Ronald McDonald or Burger King.
Okay.
So Burger King one right here, and all the kings. Based on an investigative journalism report by news outlet Crunchfacts, in 1973, the Burger King met Captain Crunch, which launched various promotional collaborations between the two respective brands. So that's a funny thing.
Oh my god.
So what I was also thinking about for it was about like, because you think Burger King's kind of almost his own entity kind of thing. Whereas with Ronald McDonald, I think we all knew that there were more. There was the Hamburglar, there was Grimace, so there seemed to be more of an entourage that would lead into the assist thing. But looking into it, there's also more other things in here. Talking about the marvelous magical Burger King, a red-bearded and Tudor-era king who ruled the Burger King kingdom and performed magic tricks. They were mostly sleight of hand, but sometimes relied on camera tricks. So that was something for that show. Usually accompanied by 2 or more children, and notable characters such as Sir Shake-a-Lot, a knight that has a craving for milkshakes, the Burger Thing, a W.C. Field-esque hamburger portrait. What the frick does that mean? I don't know what that means. It's a portrait. And the Duke of Doubt, who often doubted the king's abilities, and the robotic Wizard of Fries.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are things. I thought that McDonald's was the one that actually had like an entourage. I guess Burger King had one too. So that's interesting.
I mean, what's funny is that McDonald's also had a character that was associated with milkshakes. I don't think it was necessarily milkshakes, but checking something.
Did they bring all the boys to the yard?
No, milkshake. Well, this is actually gonna be a surprise to you. This character originally debuted with 4 arms that they would use to steal milkshakes, being a villainous character. But they were later changed, lost 2 of their arms, and they were turned into being a good character, and this character was Grimace. Grimace had 4 arms, and it would steal milkshakes in the beginning of the McDonald's continuity.
Oh, wow.
This was in 1971, but then in 72, he was changed to be a good guy. Actually, no, in 74... Wait, hold on.
Oh my god.
Okay, it was in 72 he was turned into one of the good guys. In 74, yeah, he got redesigned to only having 2 arms. It's like a lot of people talk like okay, so Hamburglar is associated with the burgers, and then the birdie fry or the chicken lady. I guess she's like the fries. No, there's the fry kids that are the fries. She's like the chicken nuggets. And everyone's just like, well, what the fuck is Grimace? Milkshakes, apparently. He was for milkshakes. Don't know why, but it's the thing. There's also Mayor McCheese, which is a cheeseburger head.
I just thought he was a giant purple potato.
I
don't want a purple. Well,
there's a lot of characters. It's like, what the fuck?
I didn't realize it, and now this is a rabbit hole. There's more to Burger King than I thought, and I'm learning more fun things. Apparently, Burger King at one point there was payment for Burger King as a character. The character returned when Burger King paid $1 million to have him included in Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s entourage for his May 2015 fight with Manny Pacquiao?
Pacquiao,
I'm guessing.
Pacquiao, fist in your face. What? Yeah, so that threw me off.
That. So there's a lot of things that they can pull from the characters. Like, if we're building a full spirit board as well, then it's going to be like each of their cast of characters. Like, for Ronald, you're going to have the Fry Kids as a spirit board, or a spirit rather. Hamburger, Grimace, Birdie, they're all going to be there. Mayor McCheese, why the fuck not? Burger King, apparently there's some wild ones there too.
That put me off.
The Burger Thing is great.
Yeah. Stir shake a lot.
What a thing!
Like attacks wise for them, it's absolutely being pulled from the various foods. I feel like stat wise, Ronald is going to be. I think they will be heavy characters, but I think Ronald would have like crazy jumps. Like he's going to have like really good jumps. Like he looks like he has springs in his legs. But Burger King is going to be more like a Smash 4 Brawl Ganondorf. Like he's slow, but he's heavy.
Right.
I could definitely see that. I'm trying to think of other stuff because I'm thinking of their foods too and stuff like that. I'm like, how do you get the fillet of fish in here somewhere? The McMuffins.
Remember back in the day too, there were a series of video games that both these characters starred in too. There were like Burger King had that media blitz for Xbox games back in 2005, 2006. And looking at them here, there's a stealth game where it's called Sneak King. And the official description says it takes a special person to sneak up on someone with a hot, delicious sandwich. It takes an even more special person to get away with it, and only the king can pull it off with vigor, finesse, and a royal flourish. With vigor. Because the king's sneaking talents are unmatched. Period. It's like, wow. So there's like this weirdly almost sexual thing with that description, which is enticing in itself. Then there's also Burger King stars in Big Bumpin'.
I mean, Ronald had
a bumper car game.
In late 90s, they released 6 episodes of animated Ronald McDonald cartoons that you could watch. And some of them looked a little bit wild. I mean, Hamburger kind of reminds me of like a Rugrats looking character, but then Grimace has like these weird bulging eyes. It's like, dude, that's a weird design for you. And Ronald's hair is kind of like going up, and I don't know why. It's odd. Like, oh god, in this series, apparently he had several mysterious powers, including a magical breath that can push objects and give life to inanimate objects. It could clean rooms and lead animals away.
Ooh.
So with his breath, he can clean things. What is the fucking Christ is this? He also has the ability to call animals when in aid, and the ability to move a room upside down in order to escape.
What? Why does this exist?
I don't know. It was they released these from 1998 to 2003, and it was I remember I had some of them as a kid, and they were a little wild. The only one I really remember is when they were trapped in a labyrinth and they were trying to find their way out of the maze, and they were doing the whole classic, put your hand on one wall and follow it to escape, which is what anybody should do if you're ever trapped in that situation. Just a tip. It's guaranteed to get you out, probably. Unless they're
or probably.
I mean, it could be evil people. You don't know. Maybe they fuck up. Maybe there is no exit.
Dude, apparently, maybe Treasure made a McDonald's game.
Treasure.
And Treasure, the developer of Sin and Punishment, as well as several other titles, and it was called McDonald's Treasureland.
Oh dear, this sounds like a Wario game.
Oh no.
Where Ronald must find the location of buried treasure from a group of villains in various worlds. It's a run and gun game, apparently.
Run and gun.
What does he shoot?
Where
burgers?
Let me see here. I'm trying to skim through this really quick. There's 4 worlds. He can use his scarf to attach to grappling hooks and reach higher platforms. So his gun is actually just like a forward-moving magic attack. So it looks like he's like throwing sparkling circle things, and that's just projectile. And yeah, you're like collecting bags of gold, and it's like Ronald McDonald DuckTales. To be frank with you.
Oh my god.
And it was very well reviewed for a commercial game. It has a Metacritic score of 84.
So, Zach.
Yes.
You mentioned how we had the filet-o-fish be in here somewhere for Ronald, right?
That's what I was thinking.
I have something.
Oh, yeah. What are you thinking?
So you know the commercial where they had the big mouth bass singing, "Give me that filet o fish." And that was the whole thing. So here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
For one of his taunts, Ronald was going to be he's just going to say, "Give me that filet o fish." And that's it. That's the whole thing. He points, or like he like kind of like has like a stern stance. He's telling him like, "Give me my fucking fish, dude."
Oh my god!
It's just like the same thing as the commercial.
That's gonna be the next "I fight for my friends."
Yeah.
Level.
Sometimes you gotta have weird quotes for their taunts. Why is Space Jam an article on? Okay, there's new information, so never mind. This means nothing to me. Apparently, they released Space Jam toys back in the original one at McDonald's, and they look horrendous. Oh god.
Okay.
Oh god. So McDonald's video games, they have such a lore. Sorry, what was that?
I was thinking of another taunt. I'm like, I could definitely imagine Ronald McDonald saying something like, "Would you like me to supersize that?" I don't know.
It's like, yeah, by any means necessary.
One thing we didn't even bring this up for the last decision. I just thought of it because like one of the things about item drops is that they dropping things from the games for those kind of things, and I just thought of that because I'm like, okay, please, I want to throw one of those little vials and have it pop open and there's a Happy Meal, and then that can just restore some HP. Can that be a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, if we were to get these characters into Smash, which dear God, I would not be surprised if they make one of the food items just be like a Happy Meal box, and there you go.
Exactly.
It's just one of the regular food items. It just looks like a Happy Meal box instead of like a potato or whatever the fuck.
Exactly. Maximum tomato.
Well, I mean like more like a regular one, just like because there's Maximum tomato, and there's also just like the item food, which is just like a bunch of different food PNGs that heal varying amounts. And just to like have a Happy Meal PNG in there. It's just one of the random options.
I wonder what the implications of there being like Mayor McCheese or Birdie or whatever. Are we like, or do all McDonald's hamburgers come from Mayor McCheese and he just regenerates his head?
Oh god.
Like
I think
more for the children.
I don't know about that, but I do have an attack that either one of them could use.
Okay.
So, you know how sporting events will have like those hot dog guns and just shoot hot dogs. And if you happen to catch it, or maybe it's like a t-shirt. They have like guns. They shoot things.
T-shirt guns.
He shoots burgers out of a giant fucking
projectile
gun cannon thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yes. Either one of them can do it. Like that's the thing too, that either of these characters could virtually have the same moveset.
It really is, because I've been thinking about that, where it's kind of like if they're doing like a basic attack, just calling it the Quarter Pounder would be like a normal typical thing, and then either if it's the Deluxe Big Mac or the Whopper Deluxe, that's like that just screams like Final Smash name. So it's kind of like that would make sense. And I don't know what it is, but I have this in my head because I'm thinking of other food stuff, and I brought up the McMuffin for McDonald's. I was thinking like I always think of it because like those little like it always looks a little more spongy to me because of the egg and the bun for like the for it. You kind of know what I'm saying, and I'm like now I just have this vision of Ronald McDonald using it as like a springboard for his up B off of McMuffin.
There you go.
Actually,
that would work.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. If someone, I think. Yes, thank you. That's what it was. It was on the tip of my tongue. Like, who is it that bounces off the
Sonic, Mega Man, and Pac-Man all do that kind of thing.
Right. Kind of existing mechanic sort of situation. Like, I could see that.
Yeah, and we just talked about that same kind of thing for Dr. Mario as well.
Right? Okay.
That could work just as well.
So we're still on attacks. I don't know. I think, like, because we got the Whopper, and the chicken fries for Burger King seems like it still fits as well. I don't go.
Versus those like a javelin.
Like I don't know what it would be like, but like Ronald could have something to do with like his McNuggets that he's doing something with, but Burger King's variant to that would be the chicken fries. Like it's virtually the same attack, just like it's a different food item.
Right.
As if like you had like one character and the other one was like a clone of the other one.
Oh my god! Right. I just had a vision of of Kirby's up B attack, the the Sky Slash or whatever, but it's one of them just doing it with a giant fry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like that. That's abusing the fry, but I like it.
That would make sense actually for Burger King, especially because if Ronald has like the spring jump, Burger King would have like the fry slash.
Fry slash.
Yeah, fry slash. That's the name.
There you go.
Going with it.
There you go.
Kirby hat wise, Kirby's gonna get Ronald's makeup and the hair.
Oh god.
Burger King wise, it's like a Halloween mask of his face, where it's just like
I was scared.
That basic plastic mask that you would have for Halloween, and like on the back of it you can see a little string holding it on.
Yep.
I was worried that that's where this was gonna go, but yeah, that fits too.
Right there.
I mean, Burger King is one of the creepiest mascots I've seen for any food company.
It really is.
Like I don't remember which commercial it was, but there was one where he like wakes a guy, or he's watching a guy sleep, and he wakes him. It's like, no, don't. I don't know how you got in the house, but no.
So that brings up an interesting concept, and I'd like to bring that up with that because you're right about that. Like we have the Burger King where the wiki itself calls it out as creepy.
Yeah, because he is.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? It's like, what the hell?
Oh, jeez. You remember when Burger King had colored patties? Or not patties, buns.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, the black buns. I remember that.
Like, they had, like, black buns, but it was, like, a super dark green dye and gave everybody green shits.
Yes, it was for Halloween or something, right?
They need to not... This isn't an attack that I'm bringing up. I'm bringing this up as, please don't do that again.
Right?
Please never do that again. Like, oh my god. People were flipping out. They thought they were sick and dying. It's like, it's because you fucking ate dye. Ugh. I hate it.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's a wild one. McDonald's doesn't do anything quite as weird as that, but I think it's definitely interesting for these.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's an interesting thing. I learned a lot about that case and like what happened to the poor woman in it because it was like legitimately like
yeah, they fucked her over.
They fucked her over. They made her sound like she was the crazy one. That's not okay.
That's the power of legal marketing,
right?
Yep.
So
on that bright note,
yeah.
So we talked about the hot dog gun, but what if McDonald's? What if Ronald, instead of having like the burger gun, instead he has a projectile like he tosses and it bounces like an M.
A golden arch.
Yeah, that's branding for you.
Golden. I don't know. I don't know what the full name of the attack is. Like it could be like the Golden Arch Slammer or something. Like I don't know if there's anything that like name wise fits any of their food items for it. But then you could have BK having the gun burger attack. Differentiate them a little bit more.
That sounded like if they're dueling enemies.
Yeah. So Burger King. I mean, that's natural for him too.
The thing is, they're too busy fighting. No one notices the girl in red pigtails wandering behind them to stab them both.
Epic rap battles of history. Ronald McDonald versus the Burger King has Wendy pop in at the end.
Yes.
And it's great.
Nice.
So, before we continue, I just thought of something. If we're on the topic of McDonald's and Burger King, either of them having a choice, what are you getting? What are you ordering?
Oh,
little fun tangent.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Double bacon quarter pounder plain.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for the fries, but this is gonna be a funny one. The thing I most tend to get more often than anything is the McDonald's hotcakes for breakfast.
If I get McDonald's breakfast, it's just 2 sausage biscuits, and then 2 hash browns. Or no, 1 hash brown. And I split up the hash brown in half and I put it on each biscuit. But
That's
no egg or cheese or any of
yeah.
that shit. Just the sausage and the hash brown.
Yeah.
That's a fair one.
Burger King, whatever the quarter pounder equivalent is. I'm pretty basic with
Burger
what
King for breakfast. I do.
I don't like their
croissant
cheese. I don't like their cheese.
Yeah.
I'm not much for it either.
Burger King.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. They're hash brown tater tots. Those are good. Those are actually better than McDonald's.
See, there's different things they both excel at. The last thing I remember ordering at a Burger King was actually me trying out their Impossible Burger. It was It was aight.
It tastes pretty similar to a Whopper, I think. Yeah.
I've learned if I want an Impossible Burger, I still want it to be really good, so I'll probably go to like a non-fast food place for something. That's more likely my thing.
Yeah, go to like Chelsea, Monterey's or something.
Here's a
get
story
a
for you.
$20 burger.
So in high school, I was in forensics,
Gino.
which is not like police forensics for anybody that doesn't know. It's basically it's the fun half of speech. Where instead of doing speeches or doing the debate team, it's just reading stories and trying to be a little bit dramatic with it. Which, while I was terrible in front of people, you guys both know, being dramatic and crazy is my kind of fun deal. But that's not the story.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the story. The story is we had a teacher who ran it. Of course, we had a teacher who ran it. But this teacher was a vegetarian, which, do what you do. But we were leaving our town to go somewhere, and we were stopping at McDonald's first to get food. And she orders a Big Mac without the burger. And that was her food. It's like, instead of ordering a salad, she just orders the Big Mac, both no patty. It's like,
salad sandwich.
What the fuck? What? Just order a salad. It's gonna be better for you.
Yeah, and they gave it to her, didn't they?
I don't understand her thought process.
Turns out she's the one person watching this show, and we now lost our viewers.
There's no way in hell she watches this show. There's not a chance in hell.
Oh, that's funny though. That's so
and if
good.
she is,
that's great.
How you doing? Hopefully, you're getting better food than a Big Mac without the patty. Please.
Can we have some sort of drive-through attack?
For my...
How would we incorporate that? I was thinking of like layouts.
Final Smash. It's a Final Smash. The character drives up in a vehicle of some sort. Maybe it's in between which character it is. Who the fuck knows? Mario could be in one of his Mario Karts. Kirby could just be on the Warp Star. They're ordering food. They pull up, and then it's the Burger King or Ronald at the window, and he just slugs them.
Ah!
That would be great for the Burger King.
I think just it would pummels work all the food they have. Just bam, 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 bam.
Mm-hmm. So I think that works for Burger King as well. For Ronald, I think you got to incorporate his characters. Like, you got to have Hamburglar and Grimace in there. I don't know what they doing, but they gotta be there.
Oh wait, here's an idea. For Ronald in particular. Just call it Big Mac.
Big Mac attack.
Yeah, and then whatever initiates. Yeah, sorry.
And no matter what happens, it's always against Little Mac on the stage, even if no one's playing on him.
There you go. Then you take
every once in a while, I have a good one.
And in the CGI, you get a close-up of the characters that are trapped inside of a burger underneath the buns.
Oh, that's dark.
You turn, and there's a giant version of Ronald, and he eats them.
Yeah, that's... I don't think we... Oh...
This sounds like a Magic School Bus episode.
Oh my god. There's always one. It's such a stop.
He likes coming up with dark-ass Final Smashes. He had, for Dr. Mario, he had fucking Flatline, where the character just dies on the operating table. It's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's a mess.
I don't know what happened recently in his life, but he's been pulling out all the dark shit recently. It's like, dude.
Maybe Dr. Dolphin will do that.
Get help. You need therapy.
Ultimate
Just
therapist.
throw me. I don't want to get help.
Actually, going with that made me think of something, and it was something I wanted to bring up about potential con for pretty much both of them from the marketing side.
Okay.
Because the dark side of it made me think of stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, just a clown eating a burger made of characters seems like a bad idea, and that made me think of some of the stuff on here. So I'm going to read an excerpt from each of their wikis, okay?
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Ronald McDonald first. Critics claim that a clown mascot targeting children for fast food is unethical. A group of 550 doctors took out newspaper ads in 2011 insisting Ronald McDonald retire. Ronald McDonald made fewer appearances in 2016 due to the 2016 clown sightings where multiple people were just standing around in creepy clown masks.
I forgot about that.
It just became a thing. It was reported in nearly all the United States and 9 of the 13 territories in Canada and 18 other countries. So, hey, maybe having a clown might freak out some people a little bit, but then also you could.
I mean, there are people who are scared of clowns. This exists, but we also have a character called Snake in the game, so I don't give a shit.
Well, that's not an actual snake.
Shh! Shut up.
Jonno, when are we going to discuss about putting like a character in the game, but it's literally just a giant spider? Do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Aragog for Smash.
No, there'd be so many Harry Potter things we do before that. Let's be real.
Also true enough. Like I don't know, but something.
So, I am going to jump to the Burger King one though too.
There we go.
Due to sluggish sales and customer aversion, Burger King retired the 2000s version of the Burger King character in 2011, following a food-centric marketing approach. The chief financial officer explained the reason behind the removal of the creepy character was because he scared away women and children from the chain.
He's fucking creepy!
They both are, in different capacities.
But he's come back recently, 2015 onward.
I think Burger King treads more into the uncanny valley territory.
It's very creepy.
Oh yeah.
I could see that.
Like,
Clown
just do a normal dude in the same outfit, but no mask, and he can keep the crown. Just have a guy. Just a guy.
It'd be you.
That's all they need to do.
It'd be me.
I don't want
to.
But they could just find somebody at your local Ren Fest, give them $1,000, and be like, "Hey, start our commercial as the Burger King." Done.
I mean, there's so many different ones like that. You've got like Jake from State Farm with the newer reiteration. You've got her name's Lily. She's the AT&T cell phone girl that making all the commercials and stuff. Have a person.
Yes.
That kind of thing makes sense.
Please,
so it's like I can see that.
Person.
Though now I have the idea of like if it's sponsored and stuff, and I suddenly had a vision of like Vin Diesel with a big red beard and a crown, and I'm like, that's interesting. Burger King.
Or
it's all about family.
They could also fuckers. God damn it. It's on a different topic.
I'm sorry, it just happened.
Like, if any of these characters somehow, by some fucking nonsense, made it in, they're gonna have a toy tie-in. Like, all right, now there's Smash Brothers toys at McDonald's that you can buy with your food, of course. Right? Like, get Mario that like does a punch when you press a button. Captain Falcon says, "Show me your food."
You can put fries in Kirby's mouth.
Yes.
There you go. There could be a king crown item that turns every character into a version of the Burger King.
Well, it's not
just
the
like
super crown.
Just like Peach's crown. Yep, the super crown.
I thought you were pulling that out of nowhere. I forgot.
Yeah, it's time for a new Bowsette.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Which, between Ronald and the Burger King, which character would you rather see follow a certain rule following their inclusion in Smash?
I'm not okay with this.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, nothing. You know what's another fun fact is that Ronald McDonald's name in Japan is Donald McDonald.
That's bad.
Because it's difficult to pronounce the R in Ronald.
Yeah.
And so it's Donald McDonald.
What if it's Ronald?
Who starred in Donald Land by Data East in 1988.
Why not Donald McRonald?
It's still an R, still a Ronald.
Shut up.
Yeah, there you go.
It's fine.
Shut up.
That was around the 80s when they came up with the character and they didn't want to be synonymous with the Reagan administration.
I do feel like the crown would be an item if Burger King got representation in Smash. Like, you gotta do something with the crown. I don't know what. It'd be on the level of like the Screw Attack or the Franklin badge. It'd be an equipable item. I don't know what it would do.
Yeah.
Maybe just gives you like a defense boost or some shit. I don't know.
Makes you all grow.
There's a lot that they could do with items and giving stats they just aren't tapping into.
Very true. I think if there's a character like this, which is uncanny and bizarre, you would be pulling a lot less from the games they've already started. Because the games they already started, and even when they're good, like the Treasureland McDonald's thing, supposedly, they're fairly generic in the way that they process the characters. It's like, why is Ronald throwing magic sparkles at people? Why is that happening? Why is he floating down from a balloon?
Why can his breath clean rooms?
That's, if anything, it would make a room look like a McDonald's, which would be like, in like South Tucson or something.
Oh, also,
or the one I
speaking of
went to today,
stages, Ronald's stage has to be a play place, right?
Oh yeah.
You got the ball pit, you got the slide.
I was gonna
it's gotta
say,
be a
yeah.
play place.
And then
Like,
you
they
have
both
the
have
Burger
it, but
King.
I was thinking of like Ronald McDonald Land, but no, it's gotta be a play place. Come on.
It really has to be. Yeah.
I mean, the game that's most in touch with the character is Sneak King, which really just focuses on the creep factor. And I wonder if you can invoke that into the moveset somewhere.
I just found something very strange on the Burger King side of things. Not the character, but the stuff.
company.
If you don't mind me reading this is going to sound really funny and strange. This is about a campaign called The Subservient Chicken.
What?
The
Is this
Subservient
like an
Chicken.
anti-Chick-fil-A campaign, or?
The Subservient Chicken is an advertising program created to promote international fast food restaurant chain Burger King's Tender Crisp Chicken Sandwich and their Have It Your Way campaign. In the ad, a man is sitting in his living room directing a person in a chicken suit to behave in any way he wants. The tagline is "Chicken, the way you like it."
I like my chicken not alive.
My God, I mean, fair, but I'm sorry. Researching, I'm like, I'm sorry. I have to bring up this title, "The Subservient Chicken."
Marketing campaigns are a weird and wild thing, and sometimes there's
That could
just
be in
us
a
HR
system.
departments. I
Right?
think we don't have one.
And imagine that this one's from like the early 2000s. Imagine all the ones from like the 80s and 90s.
80s? Yeah.
Look at him! Oh my God!
Yeah, that's the Japanese Donald.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's Donald Land.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
We're good, we're good.
That's enough.
I feel bad for that green thing in the background that had eyes. It
I
looks
feel
scared.
bad for all of them.
I feel bad for me.
I feel bad, yeah. Me too,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
But fuck you. Anyways,
Why?
well, there's reasons.
They didn't even do anything.
Who are you?
Not again.
That's a joke that people might be able to hear in a year from now. When that game
What is this
uploads.
supposed to be?
That is his father eating a burger.
That's
From where?
Some man named Steph Traveler on YouTube.
Oh,
Okay.
also
Was
known as your
eating
father.
Burger King on Beach Road in Pattaya.
That made me
Oh
think
no,
of
my
something.
father is the Burger King himself.
No, that's Turbo's father.
Anyway, what did you think of?
I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. Oh, I should have done this as research. So, do you guys know about the whatever? I'm just bringing it up because there's like the Try Guys on YouTube.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much they're four guys, and like they all met.
But they're
at
called
BuzzFeed.
Try. Why are
Try
they four
guys, yeah.
guys?
Try
Try is
guys.
3.
Try is in trying things.
I
try
hate
guy.
it.
You hate it?
Try is 3. You can't be 4 and call it try. I don't give a fuck if it's TRY. It's still in there. No.
Damn it. Okay, fine. The whole
Somebody
point is
needs
that
to get
they're always
fired.
trying new things and stuff. Don't fire any of them. But
Can fire
one of
whoever I
them in
want.
particular does this thing, and it's called his Eats Everything series. He
Oh,
gets
no.
in the back of a van. They go to a restaurant, and in different waves, like his producers and helpers are going in and ordering different amounts of things, and he essentially tries everything on the menu at places. And I just had to go and double check. There is one for Keith Eats Everything at McDonald's, Keith Eats Everything at Burger King, and Keith Eats Everything at McDonald's Australia. And it does range because he goes from all over the place, from fast food to other ones that are a little wilder, including when he did Olive Garden. Oh boy. So I just had that thought, and I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, that's just the thing to bring up. I'm like, that's going to be wild if they're just eating a lot of different things from either of those restaurants.
Dear sir, get help. Please.
I'm going to send you one of them later.
Fuck.
you go.
Alright.
There's that, yes. Sorry for that. I'm just full of tangents today. We go from subservient chicken to that.
Jesus.
Subservient chicken. I mean, that changed my
Yeah,
life.
well, you know what? Burger King got in trouble for... Wait, was it Burger King? Yeah, it's Burger King this year. This year. They fucked up because they made a tweet saying women belong in the kitchen on International Women's Day.
How tone deaf can you be?
Real bad.
See,
That
they're
is
saying
terrible.
they're saying that it's like, oh, we're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry, so we're hiring more women by saying they belong in the kitchen. This was Burger King UK's Twitter account, and
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
Oh boy.
oh my god.
That could have been handled
Don't
so
tell
much
me it's
better.
amazing.
It could be
They don't-
specifically
There's-
about like of enabling women whose passion is in the culinary arts or something.
Yeah.
Like it could have been.
Yeah. They deleted
See-
the tweet 12 hours later, probably fired that intern, and then a new tweet went out saying, we got our initial tweet wrong and we're sorry. It's like, you fucking better be.
You're fucking be sorry, yeah.
Jesus.
If anyone let's be real. If anyone has a worthwhile social media presence, it's not McDonald's or Burger King. It's Wendy's. Wendy's tweets.
Oh,
Oh,
apparently it was a series of 3 tweets. The first tweet was women belong in the kitchen. The reply was, if they want to, of course. Yet only 20% of chefs are women. We're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue a culinary career. And the third one, we are proud to be launching a new scholarship program which will help female Burger King employees pursue their culinary dreams. First of all, like, good message, but maybe don't have your first tweet just say women belong in the kitchen. I get they're going for they're trying to get it be eye-catching and be like, ooh, people will click on this and see a full message, but don't.
Not that
Don't.
way.
That's not how you do it. It is 2021. How are we still having companies make this fuck up?
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. It's clearly the Burger King is one of those not all men guys.
Oh
not
God.
Not all kings. Not all kings.
No. Hashtag meniness.
Hey, did you guys know how mansplainers get their water?
They'll tell me later.
Mm.
Well, they get it from a well, actually.
That's, I mean,
there you go.
the joke, you kind of screwed that one up because after I said something, you should have said, well, actually, and be like, you motherfucker.
That's called a list-splaining right there.
That's me telling people
Did
how
you
to
see
do
Lister as a
things better.
kangaroo?
You showed that earlier. What the hell?
Get new material. You're showing the same thing in the same episode. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. I think it's a nice picture.
Anyway, unless you
Yeah.
guys have more to say, I think I'm about tapped on these two individuals.
I think I'm about to, honestly.
Yeah. So, who wants to start the vote on if you have to put one in Smash? Ronald McDonald or Burger King? Who is it?
I'm gonna override and put Wendy.
What about
No,
the Colonel?
no, Taco Bell. Just a bell.
The Chihuahua!
Ah! Okay, I'm off topic.
Again, that's
Colonel.
next episode.
As well. Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep. Okay, so who's going first? You want to just do same order as before, or
I'm good with whatever.
or you want to go opposite order?
I'm
Start-
the guest. Just tell me what to do.
Start.
Or- yeah.
Go.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. So this is definitely an interesting one. And I'll be honest, going into this, I was leaning more one way, but this is a lot more even than I thought it would be. That surprised the hell out of me. It really did. I
Mhm.
thought that it was going to be, like, I thought it was going to be a lot more of a Ronald McDonald side of thing. And there were a lot of good cases for Burger King. And it surprised the
Mhm.
heck out of me. And it's interesting because they had some of the same cons where it's kind of like creepy clown, creepy king kind of situation. A lot of the same similarities between attacks, some sort of play place, because Burger King has play places too. I thought of that. So it was really tough to think about it. Really tough to think. So I am so split because on the one hand, I think Burger King as a character and how he is makes more sense to be in a fighting game and with battling that kind of stuff. And he's a king. He's got some battle tactics. Come on. And then,
Yeah.
but from a marketing trademark situation for what would actually get more pull would be Ronald McDonald. Because that's the thing. We were talking about like a move that throws something that does the golden arches. It drops as a Happy Meal. We don't have that kind of same thing in the Burger King side. So this is so much tougher than I thought it would be. It's wild that it's this close. But
yeah,
I think this is gonna be an interesting one, and it sucks because I feel like as soon as the episode's over, I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have picked the other one. That's how close this is.
We've had
and it
similar
feels that
thoughts
way.
before.
What?
We've had situations like that before, yeah.
It's gonna be rough, and it's a weird one. So, I am going to.
Right.
I think based on because so many of the gimmicks are the same, so many of the stuff it is. What is giving me the edge here is which one I think would fit the best in terms of a fighting game like that, which means I'm giving it to Burger King.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well, for me, both these characters, with some exception, can do largely the same exact things. Whether it's tossing a burger or delivering a burger-themed combo attack of punches. The whole Burger Cannon thing, it's a whole lot of burgers. So it's a Burger King. Just go with it. But they also have some things that, again, can make them unique. Like King is going to be more of a heavy, probably physical, just like punch you in the face and you go away character, while Ronald's going to be a little bit more agile. Ronald can also do the easy marketing with the arches. Burger King can do something with his crown. That's not something that Ronald would have access to. But largely for me, what this is going to come down to is who the characters are, and honestly the food, too. Between these characters, one I kind of just grew up with more than the other. And the other one is creepy, which you can say about both of them, so you don't know who I'm talking about, which is great.
Right.
Now, I don't want either of these characters in Smash. I don't. But that's sometimes the thing about these Smasher Dashes, and it's why we like having these non-video game character ones, because sometimes the debate is, if you can only pick one character, who are you putting in Smash? Sometimes the debate is, if you have to put one in, who are you putting one in? And that's today.
If you see Ronald McDonald and the Burger King both drowning and you only have time to save one of them, what kind of sandwich are you making?
I pulled a lever on the trolley, and I hit both of them.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
It's trolley problem, except I try to hit both of them together.
There you go.
Trolley runs one over them. I am
poetic.
hanging off the side to sucker punch the other.
There we go. There we go. As for like, if I have to put one in though, you or you? Well, the choice is kind of easy for me. One character I just feel like is more fun. That's Ronald. So that's one vote for the Burger King, one vote for Ronald McDonald.
Oh, we get a tiebreaker.
Jonno.
I remember, I'm like a soft vote even, so it's kind of like,
Yeah. I don't understand why this is a difficult decision, but the conversation has made it so. We've come to this point several times in this podcast in the past between various characters to choose between, but never before have they been two fast food mascots. And to Lister's point as well, I'd like to also, we reached this impasse with Lister too, not wanting the character in every end of the year pretty much when we have to talk about a fourth party character.
I'm very anti fourth party characters, to an extreme. Some people talk about like, oh, but Goku's like, no, but fuck you.
The one argument I'd make is that if there were ever a fourth party, it's probably Goku, but that doesn't mean it should happen. With that being said, who is the Goku of this situation? Although Spider-Man won our match, spoilers. And will this, which character between Ronald and Burger King stands more of a chance to win the Tournament of Champions, which we're doing as our next Master Dash? So, So that's almost how I'm approaching it. Which one will be trolled just a little bit longer? Because there are differences between the characters. Ronald would be more of a agile, keep away, jumpy character. Those shoes will give him a lot of bounce. You can pull from McDonald Land a lot. And Burger King, you'd have to go deeper into the lore of the fast food kitchen and give him a lot of different food-based attacks because there's not as much there. But you can have the burger thing appear in a Final Smash, and that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I went into this kind of thinking I'd choose one character over the other for the sake of almost the troll, because this character has a certain effect to them that makes them a tad bit more bizarre than the other, in my opinion. And I still am on the fence talking about it. That's what's almost dragging me out.
That could be applied to either or of them. We don't know which one he's thinking of.
Exactly, because you say the Burger King is creepier, but Ronald McDonald also has Ron Roo.
He's a clown.
Yeah, what's his naturally creepy? He also represents McDonald's, which is creepy from a corporate moral standpoint. Although Burger King had that tweet as well.
Let's be honest. Is there a company that is is there a huge successful company that has a good moral standard? No, there isn't.
Chipotle.
Iwata era Nintendo.
Chipotle's owned by the same company as McDonald's. I just realized that. Never mind. That's
weird.
I learned that. Yeah. Sorry.
So what you're saying is that Ronald can have a Chipotle attack.
No.
Yeah, keep that for DLC in the next title. Does Chipotle even have a mascot? I think it's just a pepper. Let's make that be the choice.
A spicy
pepper, a pepper, a Taco Bell, and the cows from Chick-fil-A. No, definitely not Chick-fil-A. Never mind.
There you go.
I keep interrupting.
So I'm gonna go. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just keep writing it for time, so I'm just gonna go with more of my gut than where my heart is. Because what might apply more to Smash, in my eyes, as an entertaining, kind of off the wall character, that you won't have to pull as liberally from like the outer world for content, and that is also Ronald.
All right.
Difficult decision, 50-49, 51-49 rather.
I was about to say.
Now the 1% is Mayor McCheese.
With that, we have our final two entrants in the Tournament of Champions. We've got the Crewmate and Ronald McDonald. Who their opponents will be in the Tournament of Champions, who the fuck knows? Because I certainly don't.
Who will win? Will it be Ronald? We'll see.
I kind of doubt it.
And also, it just
find out next time.
At the end, it also just came down to like, what fast food place do I enjoy more?
Yeah. I would rather eat McDonald's than Burger King.
Like honestly, 8 or 9 times out of 10.
Honestly, same.
Yeah.
And I voted Burger King.
Wendy's burgers are better, but McDonald's has the best fries when they're fresh.
Oh, hands down.
Also, when their nuggets are fresh, holy fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. But that is all the time that we have for today.
It is.
Next time on Supercast Prelude, we're beginning our season finale, our final on topic of the season. This time around, last year we didn't really have a set theme for what the on topics could be each year. This time we've got something for you. And we're going to be playing our first roster game. Something that Jonno and I have been doing for many years, as we like to build fighting game rosters and sometimes rosters for other things. Funnily enough, Curb and I recently worked on a Danganronpa fighting game roster that we shared and talked about. Cool. So that happened. So that's going to be a fun thing. I'm looking forward to it. We've had that built for quite a while now. But Curb, thank you for being on. We were able to actually get some good discussion out of this one that I was a little bit concerned about with especially the second matchup, but it all worked out.
It did actually. I really think so.
And now
that was
we can go back in the box.
we really were happy with exploring fast food lore with you, especially that was a treat.
A dream.
All right. Well, that's that.
Okay.
See you all the next one.
I wonder what place Chucky Finster would rather eat at. See you.